What's up, guys? Welcome back to Be So For Real podcast. It's your hostesses with them hostesses, and today we getting a little in the sheets and our a little bit of secret in our Wattpad era vibes. That probably was not the right words to start. We're not getting in the sheets, but we're getting in our mental sheets. T. But today's topic kind of stemmed just reminiscing about our Wattpad days. If you do not know what Wattpad is like Audible, but for teenagers, high schoolers, college students, and adults who love a good romance book. So, and I guess they got other genres or whatever, but romance was where it was at, And you might get a hit or miss with the thrillers. But yeah, that kind of speaks to my Wattpad era.
You was
Because it
reading
was a mixture.
thrillers?
They was like a mixture. I was telling Ari about this book yesterday. This couple, it was a romance book, but they was killers. They was out here killing people. They was out here oofing people. Sorry, forgive me. They was out here oofing people like as a couple, and it was just it was like so good, but horrible at the same time. Like it was like, give me a little, you know. So what was y'all Wipeout era like? Because do y'all still read? Y'all still read Wattpad books, right?
I have occasional seasons where I have occasional seasons where I dibble dabble and I go there, but then I'd be like, all right, Ari, this is a lot. You need to take a little break. But I haven't been. It started taking up storage on my phone, so I had to let a few things go that was just using up space. But I would say for me, my Wattpad era, I want to say one time I stepped outside of urban. I do urban completed books. Urban completed books. I like books that don't have people that I know because I have came across stories of like, okay, I know this girl and I just can't like imagine it. I did read a Wattpad book about myself, it was actually really, really good, but the author herself like ended up like not liking me. And so then she started like making my character horrible. And then she like stopped writing. But the book itself was genuinely like really good.
Wait. When you said she started making you like, what did she make you like?
It was just like, how like
how'd you start off and how'd you end?
I don't know how I ended, but it started off like a irritate, like, like okay, like she's kidnapped, like, what I'm saying? She's struggling to like one of those like Elena Vampire Diaries.
It made you annoying.
See, it was just like but
Yeah.
I never really finished the book, if I'm being honest with you. And I think she didn't finish writing it, but she used to be like a supporter of me, but she wasn't really a supporter of me. She didn't like me. And I guess I must have did something that she just didn't like. You know what I'm saying? I guess choosing myself over who she wanted me to be with just didn't sit right with her. So
Amen.
She just, probably just killed me off in the book. So but the writing was actually genuinely really good. Like it helped too because it was like I knew me, but I like to stick, and I didn't really do a lot of stuff where it was like known rappers, like, and when I say known, like I want to say more of like the NBA and Dirk type of books. I had more of like the Dave East,
those
ones,
always
the
good.
Game, or like people that I've never even like heard of or seen before. Because my favorite part is like, when they give you the characters and they give you the names and they give you the ages, and I'm like, okay, so this is Shaquana, this is Kalia, this is Darquelle. Got it. Noted. I got that in my head. Boom. And so that was like,
I never went based off of them.
You said what?
I never went based off of them. I'm gonna imagine what I want to imagine. You cannot make me imagine this person. Yeah. I get what you wanted to do, but it don't always fit. And you're like, this don't make sense.
Yeah, sometimes the person they pick literally doesn't. It literally doesn't fit. That normally, like as you're going through it, you have to like create your own person. Like, but sometimes a book is good. You can't let the people, because sometimes they will make who they attracted to somebody so ugly, and I'm like, I don't get what we're doing here. Like, I don't get what we're doing.
I don't know why you found that man attractive.
And I normally do girls like chocolate. Like, I don't know. I just kind of be sweet. I be switching up. I get real creative.
Like white girls, and but not like that. Like that sounded so racist. I meant like if I read a book and I'm in it, I want them to look like me. You know what I'm saying? So I just want it to be easier when I can't. It's hard to meditate and like see myself, because when I read, I see what's happening. It's like a movie for me, and so it's hard for me to see myself when they go pale skin. I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's just I be wanting to match. I be wanting my characters to be black.
Yeah, I
Now
like
the
when the
man can be
character.
whatever he want to be, but I like when
Mhm.
the girl is black.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot with her being because you, like you said, you almost relate to it, especially if you like the story. I'm in there. That's my mama. She's abusing me. That's my, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, because normally they having mama issues. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
They always do.
that's. I'm there. I'm her. This is it. You know what I'm saying. I'm responding like, girl, that girl is fake. Like, we should not be friends with her. But then I
Mm-hmm.
be having to deal with it when it's like, but that's my only friend. Girl, go talk to somebody else. Read a book,
Hmm.
like, you know. But it does help. Like I said, it's only one time that I've read a book that wasn't black characters and I didn't finish the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I couldn't relate. And it was good. It was like, but I couldn't relate. They was giving me like uh 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 what's that? Not Orange is the New Black, 50 Shades. It was giving me
Mm-hmm.
like 50 Shades, like reading a 50 Shades book and you like, oh my gosh, she finna save her. But it was like a
Those are kind of
and
cringy sometimes,
yeah,
depending on who the writer is.
specifically on Wattpad, but I did read It Ends With Us that has nothing to do with black characters, and it was really good. It was a good book. It was a good vibe, but I had to be okay that these were not black people because I
Mm-hmm.
love me a good urban book. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I tears them
Yeah,
down. So
some of
like,
them be good.
do y'all believe that, like, how do y'all feel, like, can reading and fantasizing have an impact on your creativity and like your problem solving, y'all believe?
I
For
think,
sure.
yeah, I think it for sure can. I think it can help, um, if you're using it right, because you can imagine some crazy things, and it turn into crazy things, and I think if you use it to kind of strengthen your creativity, I think that's a good method because if you think about it, I think I'll use me for example. Since I haven't like read books and stuff lately, it's kind of been like a little bit dull up here. I'm gonna be honest. We working on it. Been a bit dull up here, but it kind of gives you the opportunity, like you said, you imagine yourself in that situation. So you're like, well, what it kind of gives you those skills. You're like, okay, well, if this ever happened, well, I'm gonna swerve left instead of right,
Mm-hmm.
And even using an example, you watch Outdoor Boys. Shout out to Outdoor Boys. We'll watch them on YouTube. But you watch Outdoor Boys. It's kind of the same thing where you're like, if it ever comes a case where we get stranded somewhere randomly, I'm gonna know what to do. I know how to start a fire because I've been watching this. Just the same with the books. I've been imagining this. I've been playing these situations in my head. I've been trying different scenarios, and I know which way is gonna work and which way isn't.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool, and I think it's very helpful.
I
Yeah.
think it's just kind of like how movies. I think situations in movies that I've
Mm.
never been a part of have helped me navigate with like people and certain situations, and they kind of give you like a perspective on how you want to just do certain things. So I think that reading and fantasizing can have an impact on your creativity and problem solving, as we stated, in a positive way and in a negative way. Because it you sometimes we get so wrapped in the books. Some people don't have the ability to have that balance of real
Mm.
life and how you may be interpreting something, and then it can make you think that using a video game when they desensitize you. I had a
Mm.
really big issue that when I seen motorcycles, I wanted to run them over. Not that it's the same, but it is kind of the same. Where it's like this was a because in Grand Theft Auto, I would always hit people. In Grand Theft Auto, I would always hit people on the motorcycle, and I would just hit them. But growing up, when I started driving, I had to be like, no, that's not real life. Like, you're gonna go to jail. They're not just gonna reset and be like, okay.
Yeah, you're going to jail, honey. Oh
Like,
my
you're going
goodness.
under the house, ma'am, and like you don't look good in orange, and I do not want to be holding on to nobody pocket, walking up in there like, I'm too cute for that. I can't do it. I
Holding on
Yo,
to
can't
pocket
do
is
I
it.
crazy.
can't. Please.
So I think it can have an impact, just like reading self help books and stuff can have an impact on how you process yourself. And Dana had already stated from the book she was reading, she's like, from what was it? It's Will and Matthew McConaughey books.
Green light.
Yeah, so
Green lights.
reading those things, I think the same impact can happen when you're reading just,
Such a good book.
fictional books and things like that. Like, they can just have an impact.
Why do you think? Why do you think like because for me, when I read certain books, when I read, like you said, Law of Nature or something earlier, I'll read that and it takes me 20 years to finish page 9. You know what I'm saying? But I
Because you're
I
not
will
interested.
rely.
Exactly. That's it.
But how do you make yourself
Because you don't
interested in
like
those
it.
things that are good for
Discipline.
you? Mm.
No, no, no.
Discipline.
How?
You find, yeah, yes, discipline, yes, but you find the person who had the same thought, while also wanted to get the result that you're looking for, and you read that book. Green Lights is a really good book. It's a self-help book shaped as a biography. It's
Mm-hmm.
such a good book with so many life lessons that you should take. And if you really take them, your life will change because it changed his life. And you take his 50 years, and I'm 24 currently reading the book. I just
Mm-hmm.
skipped to age 50 because I took all his wisdom. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
but he didn't write it like a self help book. He wrote it as his biography, and he had what he called prescriptions or bumper stickers in the book. But it's like little quotes that you can take with you, you know, to
Yep.
to
And
meditate on or to implement, and that's what you can take. Don't read the
yeah.
50. Don't read the 58 laws of whatever if you're not interested in that style of writing, because that's the thing. People be like, I hate reading. No, you hate reading The Catcher in the Rye because it was written in 1950. You hate
Yeah.
Yep.
reading, How to Kill a Mockingbird because you're not Atticus Finch. You know what I mean? You don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I love
So
that book,
how?
by the way. Yeah.
So what about the Bible? What about the Bible? Because now certain stories, it'd be like, huh? But sometimes when you're reading like Leviticus or Deuteronomy, you like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
It
I'm gonna
would
be
you
real
say
with
it's
you.
the
Some of that stuff you don't need to know. You do not need to know why the priests wore purple, red, and green on their vests. You do not need to know that. So yes, it's good to read your whole Bible, but you are
Mm-hmm.
not a priest in that way that you need to know why it was the color of beryl. You don't need to know that. And then also it
Mm-hmm.
helps reading the version of the Bible that fits best for you. So maybe you're not a
mm,
KJV girly. Maybe you're an NIV girly. And then
mm,
maybe you're a DLT version. And I call that Dana Living Translation. Because I'm going to tell the story in the way. So if I be like, yeah, and Miss Zippy, and that's Auntie Zipporah, she was on that mountain, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell it in a way that I'm gonna remember it and that I would tell it. You know what I'm saying? Because then it not only has it entered me, somebody hearing it goes, the way you told that, you know what I'm saying? Because you not
mm,
like,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, them people was a little boring because who was it? Peter, he was preaching one time and somebody fell out the window asleep and died. And first of all, he went back, woke him up, talking about some go back upstairs. You about to hear the rest of the sermon. You about to hear the rest of the sermon. But it means that
that's
Paul
so
that he would or
crazy.
it's crazy, but it means that Peter was not a good like
Mm-hmm.
encouraging teacher. It meant it sounded like a lecture. You know what I mean? It sounded like a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
classroom college lecture. So he was not an interested preacher,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, just
That
find
makes sense.
somebody, whoever you go to, make if they intrigue you, their personality, all of that, that's what you need. So you just need to find the right fit and the right way for yourself. Oh
Yeah.
my
Be
God,
able to
Mom bought
explore.
us the Bible experience where they dramatize the Bible. Read that. Listen to
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think too, because I know, like you said, being able to listen to it. Sometimes you may not be able to read stuff. I know, even going back to
Hmm.
the 48 laws, 58 laws. Well, I can't remember the number, but they also have animation
48.
videos that break them down by law, and they
Yeah.
also have an audio that can let you listen to it. Because another book that I listened to that was really good to me was how the crawdads sing or something like that,
Yeah.
and I ended up listening to it. I
Ooh.
never read the book. I listened to the
Yeah, never read the book.
audiobook, and then I had watched the movie.
Was it
And
good?
so, yeah, it was pretty good.
It
It
was
was
yeah.
it was just how the book was. The book didn't have nothing like,
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
it was just like a
It
good
wasn't
like,
too crazy. It was it was
yeah, it
a
was
little
just like a,
story.
oh,
That's
this
why I
a
never read it because I'm like, it seemed a little boring.
and but again, it took me a minute to kind of get into it. But like the first like you like, well, what's happening? Like I didn't understand the concept, but I was able to listen to it, and I ended up kept getting into it. And I went through a phase where we was listening to audiobooks. You know what I'm saying? Where
Mm-hmm.
audiobooks was
I
easier
love
to
a
get
good.
my attention versus me sitting there and physically like reading. And then reading, I learned too, like just certain things that I needed to be happening for me to read. And like you said, knowing like the way that they talk. Like I liked when, I like certain way. I like to be able to still know what's going on, how they introduce certain characters, and just the flow of the book in general. So you got to just be able to like try new ways out.
That's good. That's good.
I like abridged. I like wait. I like, is it abridged or unabridged? One of them where they have like, if it's a male and a female reading, they'll switch. So they have two readers. I love that because I can follow along a little bit more. And then also I like it when, if it's only a woman, she will change her voice. So this one has an accent. This one, you're like, I love reading. I really do. Like, I love.
I'm telling you.
We ate the book right on up. And we still don't know what happened. Like, did she change her face? Did she get plastic surgery? What happened? We still don't know. Ghetto.
Yeah,
but we still have no idea. It was supposed to be, but we couldn't find it. How we found the book in the first place? But anyway, that was crazy.
Where was we finding those books? Were we finding them those on Audible?
It was somewhere free.
No, that was not on Audible. It was somewhere free, which is why we never was able to find the second book, because we couldn't really find the author either.
Maybe
it was some free thing we was trying out. No. It was some app that I had. It was like, I found it on TikTok, and it was like, if you want to listen to free audiobooks, but it was like a library, like 10,000 something.
TikTok was not around during that time, Dana.
It was COVID.
Yeah, TikTok has been out since, TikTok has been out for a minute, girl. It's been like 2015, 2017.
4 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's been a minute.
Life epiphany. I really want, because this was part of what really sparked this topic for me. Well, I really want to talk about that one book, and please help me if y'all remember the name. But the one book with Gabrielle and her three baby daddies. They wasn't baby daddies, but her man's. The
author is Smoggy. The author is Smoggy Universe, and it's called. Hold on, I'm about to find it right now.
Please, it may not be
because I stopped reading. Yeah, nah. So that's also part of the reason I stopped reading Wattpad books, because you can't help. Like I told you before, it's like a movie before me. So it's also meaning it's like a meditation. And so if you're reading this inappropriate stuff, you can't help but meditate on this stuff, especially if you're like, I want to feel like the person. And your soul can't tell the difference between this being fake and this being real, especially if you're imagining it to be you. So I had to stop reading it, because then I started reading Green Lights, and then I started reading,
because she for sure had me wanting 3 men.
Yo,
I wanted 3 husbands to fight over me. But I've had this problem before I started reading it. I always wanted a man to fight over me, like just like y'all both love me, but I've never seen a story where the men agreed to love the person. I'm normally you see like you gotta pick one, it's either me or him, you know what I'm saying, but you never see him go, you know what, we're all gonna work this out. I said this is what I want. This has to be how it goes for me. And she was a chocolate girl, but she worked out.
All her books, please do not read these books.
She made me mad though. She made me so mad. Oh, maybe we should have told them the name. Maybe we should.
Well, it's too late now. It's already out there. But she had multiple other books that were so freaking good, but they had similar themes. Some was just, she had one boyfriend, and the other one she had 2. The other one she had 3. But her books, it wasn't just the having 3 boyfriends that was the thing. Her books were so well written, like the plot lines. If you take out the sexual parts, the whole concept of the books, the plot lines, the plot twists, the villains, the good. It was so freaking good,
yet still realistic. Like it didn't make it seem like he had superpowers. And it was just more like
they did have a wild minimums though. I ain't gonna lie. It was one part of the book where they said they slaughter like hundreds of guys, and it was just all
John
3
Wick do it all the time.
John Wick realistic?
I
don't know.
David did it all the time. He saw kill hundreds, tens of. Come on now,
like you trying to find Bible verses to verify.
Them men loved her.
Oh my God!
And then you know what didn't help? Help? I love them because we watched the same things that she used these people. I love Sons of Anarchy, and she used Charlie. And kept their names as what their names were in the thing. So I'm like, I love that man, And so
they used Christopher Jamal.
It just transferred over.
They say
Christopher Jamal.
Christopher Jamal.
And I don't know who that third man was.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael
from
Fassbender. Magneto. Magneto.
Magneto from X-Men.
Yeah.
Magneto.
Oh,
That man was
okay.
I think
fine.
it's called Man's Weakness, I think, is the first book.
It's called who?
Man's Weakness, I think.
Mm-mm.
It looks like it.
Let me see.
Oh, because you knew. Because you knew. So that ain't right.
Yeah, no, don't feel right. The whole time she don't know the name. She's like, nah.
It might be.
No, this is one.
Yeah.
This is it. See, that's the whole point. Because you see Gabrielle Johansson, best friends Chris and Charlie Richardson belong to.
That's
they're all in love with her.
I still need deliverance from that book.
Yeah, that was a good.
It's been 5 years and you still talking about that one book.
The other book that she had?
No, I didn't read the other ones.
Yes, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I have read all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Because the next one was like,
okay, you know which one I didn't read?
What?
Okay, but you know which ones I didn't read? I didn't read that series. I started them, but I think one of them was a witch or something. I said, this is too much.
Oh no, that
like
series, they was like, it was a vampire, then it was a witch,
yeah,
then it was
I didn't read that one.
werewolf. It was given a better version of Twilight.
Yeah, I didn't read that one. But I'm gonna be honest, I do love a good fake werewolf, and I just love it because it's fake. You know what I mean? Like it's fake.
A wolf.
A good werewolf book. Like a good werewolf, or I just couldn't do all of them. It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some strategies?
Wait, can I ask this real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
So when it comes to like fantasizing about like wanting multiple men to chase after you to have you say you say you love like having like multiple men be like I want you like to fight over you. That's what it is. Like, is it wrong to want men to fight over you? Like to have like
what is it wrong to want men to fight over you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it wrong for you?
I'm not
to
asking
want
this just for myself. For the girls who are listening,
to fight over you. It.
What's your answer?
My answer is standardly yeah, but like deep down in my soul, no.
That's all about. Like, what's your answer?
Not deep down in my soul. Not deep down in my soul. But it's like
no, it's in there. It's stuck.
It's just like dang man, because listen, I am a fantasy girly. Like I am a book, like you know what I'm saying. Like this is before I got into Wattpad. I'm talking about from Disney, etc. When I seen these things, I'm like, this is like you know what I'm saying. And it's just how it is. Like when you watch certain movies and it's like the Note, not even a Notebook. Like all them depressing ones was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the ones
I don't like the Notebook. Yeah. Rom-com, standard rom-coms.
I've never
Love
seen.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
I'm a rom-com girly.
I want an out the window boombox moment. It don't have to be sad.
Yes,
but you not? I want you to throw pebbles at my window, and I turn on the light, and I'm like, Jonathan, what are you doing here? You
Girl,
know what I'm saying?
It's so many. We'll save the rom-coms for another episode because I can go on. But
Matthew McConaughey rom-com king. J-Lo rom-com queen, like undisputed.
I gotta watch some more of their rom-com.
Rachel McAdams, I
don't know their names. That's the problem. I know who J-Lo is.
Anne Hathaway.
No. Rachel McAdams. She was doing girl. Please be for real. Please be serious.
No,
Anne Hathaway has maybe 2 or 3 rom-coms, and it was all Disney-like. No, I want adult rom-coms. Like Anne Hathaway were kind of fans, you know.
The ones I've seen, the one I'm thinking about is just called One Day, and Anne Hathaway was the main character, and it was so good, and it was a tragic ending, but it was good. And then
it was a drama. It wasn't a rom-com. Oh, rom-coms have happy endings.
Forgive me, romance movies. Sorry, forgive me. I retract my statements.
Completely different. Rom-coms are supposed to have a happy ending. They have a little moment of drama, but that is not what the whole movie is based about. No.
Yeah, because I want us to be doing Christmas in 2 different houses, but you thinking about me the whole time, and then you drove all the way to California for Christmas, and I'm sitting there.
Precisely. There's a movie 4 Christmases. Now, if you had said Reese Witherspoon, maybe. If you had said Reese Witherspoon, maybe. Sweet Home Alabama, you know.
Proposal will always be.
She has more drama too.
She just said love is blind. Make that up.
Oh, the
Proposal
Blind
was
Side Girl.
good.
No, that's a drama. The Proposal was an actual rom-com.
Yeah, Proposal
That's
was
an actual
that.
rom-com.
Ryan
But
Reynolds
Sandra
was
Bullock don't have that many. She don't
what's
have that
that?
many rom-coms.
No, but
She
I
got
gotta
talking
funny
about
moments
refresh.
Proposal
in dramas.
specifically.
I'm getting lost in the sauce, y'all. I gotta refresh.
Cause y'all done got it,
Okay,
y'all done got into my wheelhouse. I love rom-coms, and some of the ones y'all are saying are not rom-coms. They're romances, dramatic romances.
well, I think I'm like on
Yeah,
the
you
line.
want to
I
cry
love
because
rom-coms,
you
but
want to cry
I love me a good
because you want to cry.
bitch was her. Oh God, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's
What's that
my
movie you like with the man in the wheelchair with the with
oh my God,
Daenerys?
Beautiful
don't
Mind.
no,
Me
it's
Before You?
best
No.
best best of me or something like that. No, not best of
Giving
me.
you the best of me.
Amazing,
Mm. No, I think it's
amazing.
Me Before You or something like that. It's Me
Yeah,
Before You or
yeah, yeah.
something like
Oh,
that.
girl. Oh, I cannot believe that man did that. Oh God. Please.
Yeah, because she want to cry. That's why. That's why she
I'm
Absolutely
confused. Because
not.
these are not
and
rom.
then
These are not rom coms.
have you seen the recent one with Anne Hathaway and
Idea of you.
it did
No, I want to see that one. Don't tell me nothing. I haven't seen it yet.
it's good.
That's all it is, Dana. It's a good movie. It should be no tears. There should be no reason anybody should be
Well, that was
crying.
kind of sad.
No,
Let
it
me, all
wasn't.
right, we need to
It
move on. 'Cause I'm
literally
about to cry.
wasn't. It literally,
Bro, we need to move
Oh
on.
my
it
goodness.
literally wasn't. Like
All
that's
right.
it. It was just if Angel cried, it was just a good movie. It was just. It was like
Amen.
a
It
wow,
was
you know.
I need to move
But
on.
we did something that was quoted that Angel made a really good point on. Right now in the rom coms, it's definitely cougar season.
It's cougar season.
It's so many young
yes.
when because when she said the one that I completely forgot about
Family.
Gabrielle Union and Keith Sweat.
Keith. Yeah. Keith.
And who?
He
Keith
dated
Lee,
Ryan
Keith
Destiny.
Potter,
He dated Keith Powers.
Keith Powers.
Yeah, that was a horrible
I
movie. I'm
said Keith
sorry.
who?
I'm sorry to my yo. Oh my God, why are you doing black people dirty? Because the last two black rom coms that I've seen was sucky. It was horrible. The one with
It was.
Lauren
The
London.
photograph was a little basic. I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
very. And we love some Issa Rae, but y'all could have did better. She deserved better.
It was just, it could have been so much better. It could have been a
It
little
was
bit
too
more, you
realistic.
know?
It was way too realistic. We need a little,
Yeah,
a little
we need the
realisticness.
fantasy in a rom com. It's
please
supposed to
add a
be
little
fake,
sprinkle of
and it
delusion.
wasn't enough laughing. There wasn't enough
Mm.
laughter. Like it wasn't a. It was a drama based on a romance. Like it wasn't a rom com actually. But we need some healthy rom
Y'all
coms.
ever seen
You know,
Long
to play
Ride?
that game. That's what we need.
Mm-mm.
Yes, girl with the cowboy.
Britt Robertson, that's her name. I love her. I love her movies. I like the movies she's in general.
Hayden
Do we
Panettiere.
have questions that we actually supposed to be talking about? What is the topic again? Hold on, we done got way off track. What is the topic?
Okay. What are some? What
We
are
done
some
went on the whole
strategies?
movie.
But we're dropping some gems, so good movies for y'all to watch.
I gotta watch
These are
everything because I
get
take
you a
stuff from
Netflix
every
subscription.
little. I take little pieces from everything else, and then I like make it into a like a combination. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Dana, send me a list of your rom coms, please.
yeah, so we can watch them. What are some strategies for enjoying fictional stories while staying grounded in our real life experiences and relationships?
Ooh.
I would say with
Okay, here's one
balance.
thing. Yes, here's one thing that I do. I know I have a better meditation game when I'm reading something. I can see it better if I'm reading it because it has more of a description versus if I'm watching a movie, it just shows me that way and it's kind of a distance because I know I'm watching a movie versus when I'm reading something, I get more into it because I can make this whatever I want it to be because these words don't have an image and I can create that. But a movie, the director or the people, I don't know what the people, the casters, they picked somebody specifically for their look, so they have to look this way based off of whatever the book or whatever the screenwriter wrote, whatever it is. And so there's a big distance versus watching it versus reading it. So what I know I can't do is read too much of something because then it'll go left. But I can watch a movie.
That's why I stopped
Yeah,
watching.
so
That's what stop reading. Sorry.
Oh,
Wattpad.
you know who also made me
so
mad?
but you can watch a movie.
Bella.
I was in Twilight. Girl.
From Twilight.
Yeah, she made me very upset.
I don't care what nobody say. That is a rom-com series. I don't care. That is a rom-com series because
They
they was playing the entire time. Yeah,
When we watched it again,
they was playing the entire time.
it was hilarious. Like it was just like a
y'all are playing.
like you know what I'm saying. And then some stuff was just like a like there's a man in your window just sitting there. Like how did he get up here? There's no like there like we not thinking these things
Because
through.
y'all
You
are
know what I'm
not
saying?
serious, right? Y'all are not being for
And
A
there
real.
lot of
was
these men were stalkers in these movies too.
yeah, like real life
Crazy.
stalkers.
Yeah, I
Everybody
don't
used to
like
be
that. That
watching
okay,
like
okay, okay. That's a great point because there are fake things that I would like, and then there are real things that I would call the police on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, do not just be, you know where I'm at. What are you talking about? And you don't have my location. How do you know where I'm at? I put a tracker
or
in your
like when
car.
they pop up at the same
What?
bar or same like
Because you're
library and stuff
lying.
as
Because you're
you.
tracking me.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is it like
Oh,
you
you
didn't
know what my
like,
little favorite
especially the ones like
subgenre
they didn't
is?
join your whole college class.
oh yeah.
You quit your
Yeah, that's
major
crazy. You ain't never been in
You quit
here.
your man.
to
Now,
come in
Ari,
here.
Ari, you do like that college era, that high school,
High
like middle
school,
ground.
that's my era.
I
Real
like
bad.
adults. I like grown people. I like
People.
grown adults. I like give me 20. I'll give you 22. I'll do some college, but I like juniors. I like
Mine is
like
20 to
seniors.
30.
Give me
I
24.
don't want to do below and I don't want to do above. 20 to 30.
And
Me
then
in
but you
high
can't do too
school.
high either. I don't want to read about no geriatric love story.
That's why I couldn't
My
relate to
cutoff is
the
like
rom
40.
coms
My
because a
cutoff
lot
is
of
like
my
40.
rom coms are like a I love
They
the
got
moment in the
jobs
beginning
and
of High
stuff.
School Musical where they singing and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
They
Or
got
like
jobs. Not they got
Like they gotta go to
responsibilities.
work. Like no, we
They
still
got
building
bills
our
to pay.
business, you know? We in our growing era.
you don't know what college you're going. Like, cause a good example of movies that I like, The Kissing Booth,
Mm-hmm.
To All the Boys I Ever
Yeah.
Loved,
That's
stuff
Mm-hmm.
for
like
that's
that
your
was
that's you right
so
there.
like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, like
She
I
would eat
would
it
have
right
ate
up.
that up. I would have ate that
Yeah.
up, child. That would have the summer I turned pretty. I'm
Yeah.
in the summer, and y'all, oh my gosh, everybody here want me. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Oh my gosh. The Lord knew to place me where he did.
Now
He
I wouldn't know
knew.
what to do. It's
I would have
crazy.
had such a time. We at the summer house for the summer.
No, ma'am. You would have had another Daniel. No, ma'am. You just get it together,
I
please.
would have had a time, baby. I would have had a time.
I'm
No,
cracking
that
up.
area is she used
Mhm.
protection, not use protection, but I'm saying like
Yes.
Oh
she's
Lord.
protected. The movie girls, the movie they don't. That's not even a worry in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How many times have you seen them get pregnant? None. They don't even have the scares. They just,
Always
but
get
it's not
pregnant in
even the
mine. They
actual
always
intimacy. It be the
and
story. I want to
married.
go to the
Mhm.
arcade and dance battle. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to your game and you
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Childish. I hate it.
like, you
This for you.
At the front of the
know what
student
I'm saying?
section.
Hey,
With the little
yeah,
pom pom.
high school is. That's why I was like with Twilight stuff. They was in high school.
Mhm.
It wouldn't have went
Yeah.
right for me if she was at work and she met him and he was at the office. Ugh,
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
you
No,
know?
it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
What are
Yeah.
we doing?
That's just not
Like
my
you
thing.
know?
You know what my favorite subcategory is when
Right.
they like mafia or when they're like hitmen or when they're
Mm.
like I like that little sub category. It's when they're a little
I
gangster,
love.
he gonna shoot
Listen,
somebody
I
up.
love
He
a
gonna shoot
gangster.
somebody
I
for
love
you.
a reformed gangster. You cannot go wrong with a reformed gangster.
Do
They
y'all
was
read
never
Christian
reformed
books?
in the book.
Cause that
Huh?
Like
is
Christian, like they got those.
they have is Christian romances now. That
Where?
I've seen
Like books, or
like
like
in it's
Wattpad.
in Barnes and Noble. Like
Mm, I
it's
have to
Christian
try it out.
romances,
Are they
and
good?
I want to
Are they
try it.
good?
I don't know. I haven't tried
Yeah,
it yet.
try. You
I'm
spend
gonna
your
find
money and
it.
let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah, spend your money. Let me
every time
know.
I open up a Christian book, they giving a testimony like after my mom died or
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't want.
whatever.
that's
I'm
what I
sorry.
like.
I love the Lord. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want like give me real romance, and I don't want it to be your actual story. I want you to have made this up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like I want the
Yeah.
Cause
actual. I want to buy the fantasy, literally,
cause as women of God, of course, amen. And we stopped reading Wattpad books and stuff, and reading
for
romance
the most
books.
part. Yep.
You said what?
For the most part. Yep.
Amen. But as we're trying
I
to
really,
Everybody
honestly,
has
what
their
I be
own
doing is
deliverance path.
okay, because honestly, what I be doing is I skip over the sex parts. Like mom, mom used to read, but that's where I got it from. Mom is a reader. Mom has this library that she has never fully read, but she does have a big old library. And
Preach.
then she used to listen to audiobooks. So she used to buy me books, and mom loves Barnes and Noble and whatnot. And so she used to listen to like those ghetto books. It's her fault. She used to listen to those ghetto books, and she used to just skip over the sex parts when we was in the car with her. But we used to listen to the same, like she arguing with her man, and like we was eating it up there. It was
This
me
is
and you,
where we get
Eric.
it from.
This is Ohio era. This is Ohio
Girl,
era.
you just sit in the car like,
Remember?
but
Because she worked
you
at the
gotta mute
radio
the
station.
music.
Yeah, you can't let her know you listening.
You just gotta
You got to
go.
be like,
No, she did.
yep.
You
But
really
it's
like,
definitely Mama's fault.
Until you sleep.
It's absolutely Mama's fault. And we was listening to Beyonce. That's where the R&B come from. Mom was listening to Beyonce 4 album on replay. Like best I never had. Like all of that. Who Around the World? Because she was working at the radio station, so she was getting all this stuff. It was Mom. It was
my
her.
favorite song used to be Need a
That
Girl.
was Jam and
I used to play
Janae.
that out.
Girl.
They remember that I used to play Trey Songz Need a Girl
Mm-hmm.
out. I'm talking about because I knew that you got 3 minutes before we get home. Here your time. And then it was on a CD though. It was on a CD, so I had to put the CD.
You had to know which number it was. Oh my God. Actually, it really was, Mom. Remember our when we lived in Michigan, the road trips to Ohio, to Youngstown, and Mom had that one CD that she used to play on the road.
Girl,
and it had that yes. I still
want you to
know
that
I'm looking fine and I'm trying to be yours. Hear my words spoken. Radio killer.
Yo, okay.
We is her.
She beat up with a good
Yeah, no, it was her.
Mom is what I like to
it
call.
Was her.
She lives a double life. She lives a double life.
She does.
She lives a double life. Real life. What?
She
what
does.
Is that? You like, girl, we know.
Yeah.
When she on the phone with her friend, she grab. Do you get around?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She does.
That's why she got this many kids in the first place. Yep. She lived it up.
Like no, we
Mom
don't
lived
play
it
that
up.
around kids. But then the whole time seeing her older now, you know, like Mom really likes rap music and like that, like
ghetto.
You like literally like if you played her playlist now, you'd be like, Mom, what are you listening to? But growing up, you in there like meet me on the south side. You like okay, it's cool, but I say all of that to say
I'm so glad we did this. Yeah, I'm so glad. That was very
like nostalgic at the same time too. It made me really go back and look at some stuff, and I think it plays a big part in who we are today. That it kind of shows like just certain stuff from our taste and different things. And I know for me, a big part of my fantasy before we go into the Mocha Letter, me and Dana, we had this season outside of Law and Order where we was finna like become detectives, go to school to be forensic teachers, etc. We had a Lifetime era, but that Lifetime era at a very, very young
Grandma
age,
Sylvia,
before you even
loved her
and stuff, was literally a thing. Like my grandma,
Hallmark, yes.
Hallmark, the 25 Days of Christmas.
Oh my God, that's why my love for rom-coms.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Lifetime. Element, yes. And then they started getting little TV shows. I said, oh my God, when is the next episode coming out? Because oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And spaghetti. She used to make some fire spaghetti.
Eat and watch TV. Because that's like and that's where my thing where I'm like
Grandma spaghetti used to Grandma spaghetti was fire. Yeah.
This is what I want to do. Watch
and brownies.
And
brownies.
That's your life.
Literally like spaghetti and
brownies. And some fruit punch.
I'm living my childhood.
And Grandma used to, if I'm not wrong, Grandma used to eat crunched ice. If I'm not wrong, Grandma used to eat crunched ice.
I just had
like in her cup, she used to like. That's it. That in a rom-com, Grandma Sylvia right there.
I was watching the movie.
Danny.
Yep. Well, y'all, let's go ahead.
Oh, that's my girl.
that was the best grandma we had. That was the best grandma we had. Sorry to everybody else. Sorry,
she was.
But that was the best grandma.
Yeah.
God took her.
God bless her. She definitely made heaven. She definitely did.
Yeah, like
she definitely
took her way.
They all did, but you know what I'm saying? Like she for sure.
That was a good woman. She really loved us. Like that was like when you think of a grandma, like just like a, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't think of her.
She was lit.
Anything degrading, anything that was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, but there always was a respect where we never really pushed her, but like, you know what you could get away with her. Like she was really good. She was real like,
She'll
intentionally.
buy you something.
That's
Yep.
the one.
That
That's
was
one of the
that
deaths that
was
I feel like still affect me to this day when I have moments and I think about her, and I be like,
Mm.
dang, like
I'm about to cry right now.
yeah. Anyway,
No.
let's get to it. Mocha letter. We got a
That's
mocha letter. We got a mocha letter. We got a mocha letter. Let's find out what's going on. Okay. So I'm an avid reader and often find myself deeply immersed in the worlds created by my favorite authors. Whether it's a romantic novel, a thrilling adventure, or a magical fantasies, these stories allow me to escape reality and explore different lives and experiences. However, I've started to wonder if there could be a downside to this. Sometimes I find myself fantasizing about the scenarios and characters from the books I read and worry it might be affecting my perception of reality. Is it unhealthy to let my imagination run wild in this way? Am I setting myself up for disappointment by comparing my life to fictional worlds I enjoy so much? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how to balance a love for reading and a healthy, grounded outlook on life. How can I enjoy these stories without letting them overshadow my reality? Any advice or insights you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Some tips that I can say that I practice for myself is when you go into a movie theater, they cut the lights off, they dim it down, you see the commercials, and then you go into the movie. And then when the movie's over, you got the credits, they cut the lights back on, and then you leave. When you leave outside of the movie theater, when you leave outside and you go through the hallways and you get back in your car, reality is back. And I feel like if you are someone who's struggling with this issue, you may need to do certain things that start to tell your brain we're no longer in Twilight World. We're no longer in South Dakota, in New Mexico. You are now here in Alabama. You are now here in Atlanta. Certain things that help you like come out and come back in. And I know we can get so into our books where we take it with us. Now we're reading when we're at the dinner table. We're reading when we at lunch with ourselves, etc. You have to really be disciplined and set a balance if you notice that there's something that you're doing that won't let you like when I get into this world, I can't help it because now when people approach you and you do certain things, you can only see it that way. And I speak for myself as someone who has had this issue that's like a no, but in my books, like or in the movies I've seen, like that is not how you do it. That's not how you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like me and like I was supposed to be a 2-parent household, get it together, like you know what I'm saying? Like we're pregnant in high school, and not that the pregnancy was planned by all means. I promise you I really wasn't. But it was supposed to go in a different way, and so it made me like it ended up making me not excited about what my actual story was. Make sure that you have a balance to know that when you're reading someone else's story, someone else's adventure, someone else's journey, that you take on you take the cute things, you take the okay, just know that I would love a man that could do this, like da, 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 you start taking some things into consideration, but don't allow it to alter your identity and alter the own journey that God has specifically for you. For there's nothing by coincidence. Everything is already predetermined. God knows the beginning, he knows the end, he knows all of it. And you have to allow him to be the true author of your life. And you can't even be the own author of your life, meaning that how you want things to go. Because sometimes we have a certain way, like I'm supposed to have this job, da 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 da. I promise you, I was supposed to be the rich auntie. I never would have thought I would have been the single mom at 27. You couldn't have paid me. Like even when I think about having future kids, who me? I can't wait to see me now talk to her and go, wait, did we really do it? Because in my head, we good. We got one. He can keep the legacy going. He got my last name. We're done. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I just need the man so we can do the cute stuff and support me. I like, you know what I'm saying? So you can help support me and carry this anointing. But so far, I've been taking out the trash, killing bugs. I've been fixing tires. I've been doing everything you could think of. So allow God to be the true author of your life. Allow yourself to have certain things that even as you build up your even as you build up your spiritual man and your natural man to be able to differentiate the difference. Like I said, you may have to, okay, when the lights are off and the movie vibes is setting, this is my reading time. And then to get me out of my reading time, I go into a prayer. I listen to a song that gives me reminded that although that's not my life, you don't want to start comparing the books and everything that's written and literally pre-edited and made up into your own life that makes you just not want to live. You like, why is it not like this? Or it didn't go the exact same way. So balance is really going to be important. And so you may have to just do certain things that help like, okay, the movie's starting and the movie ended. Reading has started, reading has ended. So I encourage you to have fun, let God be the author, and enjoy your own journey, your own adventures, and your own everything. And don't be discouraged. Don't stop not reading, but sometimes you might have to just change out and switch certain seasons based off of where you are, depending on your healing and your own development. I love you. Sincerely, Ari.
Sign off. Amen. You already know what that leads us to. What? Say with me. Say with me. Tip swimming angel. Yeah. Well, today, guys, the tip for today is read a different genre. Romance is not the only thing out there. It's not. And it's hard reality to receive and know, but there's other genres. Okay, you got thriller, you got sci-fi, even reading the fantasy books. Those be now them plots be good, y'all. Don't sleep on them. The plots be good because they be so unrealistic that it's like you can't even really try to live that life in real life. You can't hang out with werewolves because they'll kill you. You know, so there's other genres. there, there are other genres, you know. There are read you a how-to book, learn how to sew, do something else, you know. There's other things to do. So explore out here. Explore out here and stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. That's all I got for you today.
I'm screaming. Not they will kill you. Not they don't exist, but that they will kill you.
Where like that just was like
But I mean it's a good tip.
That they will kill you.
a vampire will bite you. Not that a vampire isn't real.
Vampire. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's unrealistic.
I was screaming. Okay. Today's Speakeasy is brought to you by Joshua 1 and 8. Okay, we're going to read KJV. Amen. This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and you will have good success. The point is that whatever you're reading, it becomes a law to you because it's what you're consistently meditating on. So you have to be careful about the things that you're meditating on, the things that you're thinking about, the things that you're watching, because you have a responsibility to protect your gates, being your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your heart, you know, and a couple of places. But you just have to make sure that you're careful in what is coming into you and how it affects you internally, because other people have different convictions, and some people might be able to watch the rom-com with a little sex scene in it and then not do anything for them, and another person it'd be a little bit more sensitive for them, and so you probably shouldn't be watching that at all, you know what I'm saying? And then some stuff you just shouldn't be reading at all, and then you shouldn't be looking at some stuff, you know. So you just have to be careful, because the natural state of a person is to think about something, especially if you're a woman. You're going to think about it. You're going to meditate on it. If you're in a relationship and you're reading a rom-com, you're going to start comparing the fake man to your real man, and now you're having problems at the house. So you just have to be careful about the things that you're meditating on and how they affect you, and internally as well as externally, because now you're treating that man like he ain't no good just because that man is a billionaire in the book that you read it. You need to be for real. Rick is working on his little thousandaire status. You know, let him build. Let him build it up. You know, let him get there. he trying, honey. So meditate on that instead of what you thinking. You know what I'm saying? Instead of what you reading. You know, because the book, he was born a billionaire. That's the difference, honey. This one got to build that up. You know.
Glory.
So,
right.
With that being said, be smart, be kind, be beautiful, because you are. Be careful about your meditations, but always, always, always be so for real. We'll see you Monday and Friday for our live streams every Monday, and we'll see you Friday for our new episodes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the video with somebody. You know, drop it in the chat. You know, somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs them recommendations and rom-coms. We got a couple books. Now, we are not fully endorsing that you go read them books.
Please.
But if you do,
it's a trap.
But if you do, you know, just be careful.
It.
Amen.
Tell them
just be careful, because we don't want you to move to Utah, and now you in a polyamory playing sister wives. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that.
Talking about the Be So For Real podcast. No, we did not.
Yeah.
Go to the Lord.
I need the Lord and all his angels to hear. We did not tell them to do that. So y'all be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, we'll see y'all next time. We love y'all.
Later.